Yeah, I feel great. I feel fantastic. Still plenty of energy, and
Hey everyone! Today we're going to talk about Mercedes' recent performance in Formula One, with a focus on Lewis Hamilton's move to Ferrari next year and the impact of that decision on him and the team. At the Spanish GP, we saw Mercedes outperform Ferrari. Does Lewis regret it? We'll analyze the technical updates that made a difference to Mercedes' car, including the new lightweight floor and revised front wing. We'll also discuss Toto Wolff's comments on the team's progress and expectations for the upcoming races. Additionally, we can't overlook the internal rivalry between Hamilton and Russell and how it affects the team's performance. And of course, we'll explore what we can expect from Mercedes for the rest of the season and the strategies that could get them back on top. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything, and come with me to understand everything that happened in Barcelona. Lewis Hamilton surprised the Formula One world in February by announcing his move to Ferrari, replacing Carlos Sainz. This decision sparked much speculation about its impact on Hamilton's career and Mercedes' performance. However, Hamilton made it clear that he does not regret his choice. He highlighted his love and loyalty to Mercedes, a relationship that began when he was just 13 years old. Despite Mercedes' recent success, including the victory over Ferrari at the Spanish GP, Hamilton stated that his focus next year is to work with his new team and help develop the car. He believes Ferrari is on the right track despite the challenges faced in recent races. This move has brought an interesting dynamic to the season, as we now have Hamilton competing against his former team. The transfer has also put more pressure on George Russell, who now needs to lead Mercedes and deliver good results without Hamilton's presence. This situation has not only affected Hamilton and Mercedes, but also Ferrari, which has gained an experienced and talented driver. It will be interesting to see how this move will influence the rest of the season and the competition among the top teams. At the Spanish GP, Mercedes showed an impressive performance, outperforming both Ferrari and other rivals. George Russell had an outstanding performance, managing to keep Charles Leclerc at bay despite being on an unfavorable tire strategy. The team not only qualified ahead of the Ferrari cars on Saturday, but also finished the race ahead of them on Sunday. This solid performance came after the introduction of a new lightweight floor, which significantly contributed to the car's improvement. Additionally, Mercedes had success at the previous race in Canada, where they finished third and fourth, consolidating the team's progress. The victory at the Spanish GP is a positive sign for Mercedes, especially considering they are still behind Ferrari in the overall standings. The gap is 119 points after 10 rounds, while Ferrari is only 60 points behind Red Bull in the Constructors' Championship fight. The consistency shown by George Russell and the team's ability to quickly implement improvements are factors that reinforce Mercedes' potential for the rest of the season. However, they need to keep progressing to close the gap with the leading teams. Mercedes introduced several technical updates to the car during the season, and these changes have been crucial in improving the team's performance. At the Spanish GP, one of the highlights was the implementation of a new lightweight floor, which helped reduce the car's weight and improve its balance and grip. In addition to the floor, Mercedes also made modifications to the front wing, which contributed to better airflow and greater stability in the corners. These updates are part of the team's ongoing effort to improve the correlation between track data and wind tunnel tests, something that has been problematic over the past 2 years. Another important strategy adopted by Mercedes was the efficient tire management during the races. At the Spanish GP, George Russell managed to keep Charles Leclerc behind him despite being on a more challenging tire strategy. The team also showed flexibility in adjusting their pit stop tactics, as seen in the Montreal race, where they decided to extend stints to gain an advantage with softer tires at the end of the race. These technical and strategic improvements are evidence that Mercedes is on the right track to become a dominant force in Formula One again. However, there is still work to be done to close the gap with Red Bull and McLaren, which have been the teams to beat this season. Toto Wolff, the Mercedes team principal, has been a key figure in the team's progress during this challenging season. After the Spanish GP, Wolff expressed his satisfaction with the results, highlighting that Mercedes is on the right track with their updates and strategies. Wolff mentioned that although Mercedes is still behind Ferrari and Red Bull, the advances made in recent races are encouraging. He praised the team for developing the new floor and the updates to the front wing, which significantly contributed to the car's improved performance. According to Wolff, the correlation between wind tunnel data and track results is finally aligning, which is a positive sign for future updates. In addition to technical improvements, Wolff emphasized the importance of good strategic management during the races. He mentioned that tire choices and pit stop timing were crucial for the recent good results. However, Wolff also acknowledged that there are still areas to be improved, especially in the consistency of results and the ability to compete with leading teams at all tracks. Wolff stressed that Mercedes needs to keep working hard and bringing constant updates to close the performance gap. He also spoke about the importance of maintaining high morale within the team and supporting the drivers, especially in difficult moments. Wolff's confidence in Mercedes' potential and his leadership are crucial for the team's motivation. With these advances and Wolff's leadership, Mercedes is on a positive trajectory. But the competition is fierce, and the path to the top still requires a lot of work. The rivalry between Lewis Hamilton and George Russell has been one of the highlights of the season for Mercedes. With Hamilton preparing to join Ferrari in 2025, Russell has taken on a more prominent role in the team, and this internal dynamic has brought new challenges and opportunities for both drivers. Hamilton, with his vast experience and multiple world titles, is still a force to be reckoned with. However, Russell, young and talented, has shown that he is up to the challenge, often qualifying and finishing races ahead of Hamilton. This healthy competition within the team has driven both to constantly improve. At the Spanish GP, we saw Russell excel by keeping Charles Leclerc behind him, despite being on a less favorable tire strategy. Hamilton also had a solid performance, helping Mercedes achieve good results. However, the rivalry between the two drivers is evident and inevitable, given the competitive nature of Formula One. Toto Wolff, the team principal, has been working to ensure that this rivalry remains constructive and does not harm team cohesion. He denied any rumors of internal sabotage and emphasized that both drivers have the full support of the team. Wolff believes that the competition between Hamilton and Russell is beneficial as it raises the performance level of both and, consequently, the team as a whole. We've seen that the team is making great strides with their technical updates and strategies, and that the rivalry between Hamilton and Russell has been an extra fuel to further improve performance. Hamilton's move to Ferrari has brought new dynamics to the season, but both he and Russell have shown that they are ready for the challenge. Expectations for the rest of the season are positive, with Mercedes determined to continue closing the gap to the leaders Red Bull and McLaren. The upcoming races will be crucial, and we're eager to see how the team will fare, especially at circuits like Silverstone. Stay tuned to the channel to keep up with all the news and analysis about Formula One. And don't forget to leave your like and subscribe so you don't miss anything. See you next time, guys.